Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the May 19, 2015 Chino City Council meeting. Would you please rise and join me in the flag salute? Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Have a seat. Give me the rest of it. Oh, that's all. Okay, this is all we have on the verbiage. Under ceremonials, we've got a good one here. Recognition of retirement. Well, in fact, 2 retirements. We'd like to call up Matt and Sheila Jones, retired from the police department. Get your hands full, don't you? Do Matt's first. Hi, Cap. How you doing, buddy?
Mayor, how are you?
Good. Sheila, how are you? So how's retirement treating you?
Good so far.
Yeah?
Good.
But you're together all day long?
Yeah, well, so far.
So I should keep your position open for a while?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Captain Jones and his wife Sheila, we really moaned the leaving of Captain Jones, but we almost had a cardiac arrest when Sheila decided to retire. And at the retirement dinner we had for Matt, we were all in mourning when we discovered that Sheila was retiring too. So I know she'll be sorely missed too. And we'd like to present you, this is what you've been waiting for all these years.
Yes.
That's right, is the plaque. And the City Council, on behalf of the citizens of Chino, wish to express their appreciation, Matt, for 29 years of dedicated service to the city of Chino and its residents. I'd like to present that to you. And we got, and for Sheila, the City Council, on behalf of the citizens of Chino, wish to express their appreciation for 15 years of dedicated service to the city of Chino. We'd like to present that to you. Thank you. And Matt, would you like to say a few words? I know you don't. A
few words. Now that I'm retired, I'm no longer in charge. So far, enjoying retirement. It's definitely different. I'm not coming to work every day. We've had so many fond memories of working with everybody here at the City of Chino. What a great place to work and live and play. We really miss it, so we plan on being around as much as possible, and we thank you for honoring both of us here today.
Oh, yeah,
so thank you.
Our privilege. Have you folks planned to take any trips or anything?
We do. We actually bought a place out in Lake Havasu, so we plan on being
cool.
out there about half the time. So
give me the address, because I got a book.
Certainly. Absolutely.
Well, that's great. Sheila?
No, I really don't have too much to say. I just miss everybody. I've poured my heart and soul into this job for all these years.
We know you did.
And I just love it, and I miss everybody dearly. So I will. Do you plan on coming back on visiting? In fact, I'm coming in to visit tomorrow.
Cool.
So yeah, I do miss everyone, and I appreciate this. Thank you.
Well, we're definitely already missing both of you, and what I can wish for both of you is I hope you go another 29 years for your retirement. That's what for your health. That's the most important thing, is that you're able to take advantage of retirement and wish you good Lord bless you with your health, and that's the biggest thing. And have a great retirement, and you both are sorely missed. And Matt was the old school, you know. Everybody loved Matt and Sheila, and so we really, as a city council, appreciate all you've done for our city and make it the great city it really is. And you guys were a big part of it, and we appreciate it. And good luck in your retirement,
Thank you,
Matt.
Thank you.
Sheila. I hate retirement, so we lose good people like this. Next is a recognition of the 2015 graduating seniors from the Teen Advisory Committee, who we have here. The Teen Advisory Committee, TAC, was established by the City of Chino to gain vital input on teen issues while promoting greater involvement of youth in the community and municipal government. TAC provides a forum where youth are able to have a voice and serve in the advisory capacity to the Community Services Commission by recommending solutions as they relate to programs or projects in the City of Chino. Tonight we are saying goodbye to several of our longtime members and want to thank them for their service to the Chino community and wish them well in their future endeavors. We'd like to call up Brianna Alvarado, Warren High School, Downey. Come on up. Andrew Gonzalez from Don Lugo. Jillian Palicio from Don Lugo. Anna Parihi, Siva Kumar. Well, that's a good one. She's the secretary, and she's from Chino Hills High School. And Ruben Orwiwela, from chairperson from Ayala High School. Come on up. Now, you're all graduating, right? Yeah. Good. You excited? Are all of you, you're not excited? You're like me, you're going to spend 6 years in high school? Well, we appreciate all you've done for the city of Chino. And hopefully you're all going to college. No, yes, maybe? Good. Because it's tough out there, and without a college education, whew, it's even tougher. But I really highly recommend. And I'm also a big advocate of the vocational schools. I think those are great too. So on behalf of the City Council and the citizens of Chino, we have a little going away certificate. In recognition, the City of Chino appreciates your outstanding commitment and support to the Chino community. And we'd like to, Brianna, that's yours. And Andrew. I wash my hands, I can't do a thing with my fingers. Gillian? Jillian, I'm sorry. You two guys have got the big names. Anna Perea? Okay, I did it. Ooh. And Ruben, that's the easy one. That's the last name was the hard one. Yeah, why don't you guys say a few words about how great the city is and that you never want to leave. And when you get back from college, you're coming back. A few words, Brianna.
I recently moved from down in California, and the time that I spent here, it's actually changed my perspective on how I want to go to college and become a psychologist, and hopefully come back to Chino and help with the youth.
As a psychologist?
Yes.
You could work on the council when you come back. Well, I wish you all the best luck.
Thank you.
A few words.
What the city has done for me, especially Noemi, Edie, and Brenda Strong, they've actually pushed me into going into college.
Great.
And it's one of the best decisions I've made.
It is,
And
trust me.
they always gave me such great advice. Thank you, guys.
Very good. Jillian?
Well, I loved serving on TAC. It was weird because I have other senior activities, so I didn't think that graduating from this as well would be I would miss it so much. And I'm actually applying for a job for the city of Chino, so I love it that much. So, yeah.
I've been on the TAC for I think 3 years now, and it's going to be really hard to move away from it, but I'm really appreciative of everyone on the board, and I feel like we've made some really good friendships here too. Yeah. So hopefully when I come back from college or whatever, we can still, contribute to the community as always.
Good comment.
So this is my 4th year serving on the TAC. And I grew up here in Chino. I've lived just down the street, and I've actually walked here from my house because I live right over there. And yeah, it's just Chino has been my home, and I grew up here. I remember, going to the library and going to the Chino Youth Museum, and just a special thanks to Noemi and Enswins, even though I don't think he's here. But just thank you to everyone that's helped me. Yeah.
Good for you. We appreciate it. Again, we appreciate all you've done for our city, and we really look forward for you to go to college and come back and contribute, even run for the council, And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is the future of Chino. So let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you. That's it. Next on the agenda is public communications. I'd like to call up Pastor Brian Patterson of the Victory Baptist Church. He's requested to do the invocation, and those that would like to, please rise.
Father, we thank you for this day and for your goodness to us. I thank you for the country you've given us the privilege to live in and the wonderful state of California and the city here in Chino. And I think of Memorial Day in just a few days, and I thank you for all those who've given their lives and sacrificed and for the liberties and freedoms that we have. I pray bless the council meeting this evening. I thank you for the mayor and for the city council, for the fire and police department. Bless them, and I thank you for the work that they do. Give them wisdom tonight and things that are discussed. In your name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Brian. Appreciate it. This is the time and place for anybody to address the council on anything that is not on the agenda. The Brown Act requires that we cannot take action on it because it is not agendized. And you have 5 minutes for your presentation. I have 2 written requests. First is Charis Bassi. Come on up. B-A-S-S-I. Oh. The podium, dear. You got 5 minutes for your presentation.
Don't worry, it won't take that long.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm Charis Bassi from Ontario Christian High School, and I have a small request or concern of mine. If you're headed east on Schaefer towards Mountain, it's just right past Oaks. There's 2 little side streets, Scarborough and Cambridge. I live off Cambridge, and my family and I noticed when we moved there like 3 years ago that our street sign, Cambridge, is lodged in a hedge and it's covered. And so
Your street light?
the sign.
Oh, the sign.
Yeah. So a lot of times I get calls of like people asking like, where is your house? I don't know. One time at night, my dad couldn't see the sign, and so he almost drove into a hedge, but it was all good because we figured it out. So yeah, that's just my request is that.
So you'd like us to trim it down so we can see your street sign?
Yes.
Or raise it.
Or
raise it, yeah, one of the 2.
yeah, and the street Scarborough, that sign is on the sidewalk, but for some reason Cambridge is not. So I mean, I don't know the regulations or the
Okay.
codes, but.
Yeah, we'll send somebody out and take a look at it.
Well, thank you.
We appreciate it. Anything else?
Oh, that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Name and number with the
Oh, sure.
You know, our city clerk will take your name and number. Next request is Rebecca West. What is it? You need to go to penmanship school. Come on up, Rebecca. You've got 5 minutes for your presentation.
All right. My presentation's also very brief.
Okay.
Basically, my name's Rebecca Wester, and I live over near Monte Vista and Walnut,
Okay.
and there is a 4-way stop right there.
Yes.
And at that 4-way stop, we've often noticed it gets really backed up.
Mm-hmm.
There's been up to like 20 cars down there.
I know, I get caught in it all the time.
Yeah, and so my proposition is that they put in like a signal light, just because I know this can be a lot more efficient. And living off of that street, it can be really difficult because we have a lot of people who want to avoid that that stop sign, so they will speed down our street and stuff. And it just, yeah, we've been really irritated with
Well, that
it.
intersection's had a history with this city.
Oh, really?
Been around a long time. The first time we had appropriated money, we were putting in stoplights, and the people living around that drew up a petition, had everybody that lived around there sign it.
Really?
And in fact, so we went, okay. And so we actually moved the stop sign. I think we moved it down to Chino Avenue. Well, this was years ago. And then the years passed, and we thought, we're going to try it again.
Yeah.
We had the hearings and all that. And here comes another petition from the people that live around there that didn't want it. And we're going, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we've tried twice to put the signal there. We've done the traffic counts and all that, and it warrants a so the only thing I can suggest to you is you get up a petition to have it put there. Because every time we raise that issue, all the people go, and sign petitions to request that we don't do it, so.
Why is that? What do you think?
I have no idea, because I go up that street every day, twice
Yeah.
a day, going up to where I live by Liberty Park. And it's usually horrible when the factories start letting out, about 3:30.
yeah.
That's when it's really bad.
Last time their concerns were, I believe they were noise and pollution from cars speeding through there if there was a red light. And cars sitting there waiting on the other direction.
I see.
Well, I'm on the AQMD board, and we prefer the vehicles moving, not sitting there idling, dispersing particulates into the air.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we'll ever take another shot at it, but like I said, we tried twice.
Yeah, I know my dad told me before that had been brought up previously.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, so I don't know. I know several people who live in that area who totally for a signal light because.
Well, my suggestion is maybe you get a petition and go around and have people sign up to have it put there.
Yeah.
But we've been voted down twice, and we go, it costs a lot of money to put those in, by the way.
Yeah.
And so that's the only thing I suggest to you. I don't know when we get around to maybe, I know if we surveyed it again, it would warrant a light. But it's the people around there, and we got to respect it. That's where they live, so. But that's the situation that you're in and I'm in.
Okay.
I get caught in that all the time.
I do too.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your testimony. We appreciate it.
I'll
Thank
look
you.
into it.
Now I know we have some young people from Ontario High School and Don Lugo.
At Norton,
And
Philadelphia.
our policy here is if you come
That's
to
where
this
it
council
went.
meeting, you get to get up in front of the council and give us your name, your school, what course you're taking, and your teacher's name. So once you form a line, all you young men and women, plus you can tell your teacher that we run this council meeting all for 2 weeks solid on channel 3 and 42. Go ahead.
Well, my name is Andrew Gonzalez. I'm a senior at Don Antonio Lugo High School. I'm here for my government class from Mr. Poteet.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. You don't have to stand way back there. You can move up a little bit. Yeah, it's not the bench.
Hi, my name is Julia Bernal. I'm a senior at Don Lugo High School. I'm in Mr. Poteet's class for government.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen and ladies.
Get next to the microphone, dear, so we can hear you.
My bad.
Just hold it towards you. There you go.
All right, thank you very much. Good evening. I am here on behalf of my government class, Mr. Poteet, that's my teacher. And yeah, that's all.
Is that Don Lugo?
Don Lugo High School.
Welcome.
Hi, my name is Max Maldonado. I'm from Don Antonio Lugo. I am a senior, and I'm here for my government class, and my teacher is Mr.
Nice to have
Poteet.
you.
Hi, I'm Savannah Carrasco. I'm here for my government class, and I'm a senior at Don Lugo.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Omar Lopez. I attend Don Antonio Lugo High School. I'm a senior, and I'm here for my government class. My teacher is Mr. Poteet.
Thanks for being here.
Hi, my name is Faith Macy. I'm from Ontario Christian. I'm a senior, and I'm here for my government class for Mr. Zaidama.
Welcome. What a lot of people don't know, Ontario Christian, the athletic fields in Chino and the classes are in Ontario. So every time Christian used to win all kinds of football titles. And so I would always go there to present the football team with the flag. So a lot of people don't know it's half in Chino and half in Ontario.
Yeah.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
My name is Morgan Santana, and I go to Ontario Christian as well. I'm a senior, and my teacher is Mr. Zaidama, and I'm in his government class.
Okay, welcome.
I'm Nicole Maya from Ontario Christian. I'm a senior, Mr. Zaidama, government class.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Olivia Lemus. I'm originally from Chino Hills. I go to Ontario Christian also, and I'm here for Mr. Zaidama for government.
Nice to have you.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm a senior. I go to Ontario Christian, and I'm here for my government class for Mr. Zaidama.
Welcome.
Hi, my name is Colin Hardy, and I'm also from Ontario Christian, also here for government, and my teacher is Mr. Cock.
You look at sharp there, Colin.
Thank you very much, sir.
Good job, man. Good job.
I thought it was more fun.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Good afternoon. My name is John, and I'm with them at Ontario Christian, also for government, and also for Mr. Zaidama.
Nice to have all you young folks. I hope you can pick up some learning while you're here during our council meeting.
Good thing they didn't wait.
Anybody else wishing to bring up a subject for the public communications? Seeing none, we'll close public communications. Next is consent calendar. Any items to be pulled? We have a motion by Councilman Elrod, seconded by Councilmember Duncan. Please vote. Item passes 4 yes with 1 absent, that being Mayor Pro Tem Yaloa. Okay, under public hearings, prior to the vote of the City Council, any member of the audience will have the opportunity to address the City Council on any items listed under public hearings. You're reminded you have 5 minutes for your presentation. Item 9, the multifamily housing revenue bonds by the California Statewide Communities Development Authority, CSCDA, Vista Park, Chino Apartments. Our staff report this evening is by our principal planner, Armando Copian. Mr. Copian.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, members of the council. Preservation Vista Park Chino LLP has submitted an application to the California Statewide Communities Development Authority for the financing of the renovation and rehabilitation of an existing 39-unit affordable multifamily housing project known as the Vista Park Chino Apartments. The application is for the issuance of tax-exempt housing revenue bonds in an amount not to exceed $9,500,000. Vista Park Apartments were built in 1983 and provide vital low-income housing to individuals and families with HUD Section 8 assistance. A public hearing was previously conducted on March 17th. However, a new public hearing is necessary to reflect an increase in the amount of bond financing that is being sought. Tonight's public hearing is in accordance with the Tax and Equity Fiscal Responsibility Act, more commonly referred to as a TEFRA hearing. The TEFRA hearing process is a public accountability procedure involving the legislative body of the program participant in which the project is located. In order for the authority to issue bonds and for the bonds to qualify as tax-exempt bonds, City Council must first conduct a public hearing to provide members of the community an opportunity to speak in favor of or against the use of tax-exempt bonds for the financing of the project. Notice of the public hearing was published as required by law. The bonds will be the sole responsibility of the borrower, and the city will have no financial, legal, moral obligation, liability, or responsibility for the project or repayment of the bonds for the financing of the project. Tax-exempt bond financing will provide funding for the borrower to make substantial renovations to the site and each unit interior, including new kitchen cabinets, bathtubs and fixtures, ADA improvements, interior and exterior doors, new roofing, exterior and interior painting, and new energy-efficient products, including kitchen appliances. The project is intended to make a significant investment to maintain and enhance the property as a high-quality, affordable housing community. In conclusion, staff recommends the City Council adopt Resolution Number 2015-21, approving the issuance of multifamily housing revenue bonds by the California Statewide Communities Development Authority on behalf of Preservation Park, Vista Park Chino LLP, in connection with the renovation and rehabilitation of Vista Park Chino Apartments. This concludes my report.
Thank you. Prior to council comments or questions, I'll open the public hearing. Anybody in the audience wishing to address the council on this issue may do so now. Seeing none, we will close the public hearing. Any comments? We have a motion by Councilman Duncan, seconded by Councilman Howie. Please vote. Item passes 4 yes with 1 absent. Item 10, authorization to issue special tax bonds for Community Facilities District 2003-3, Improvement Area 6. Our staff report this evening is by our Director of Finance, Mr. Rob Burns. Mr. Burns.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. The City of Chino formed Community Facilities District 2003-3, Improvement Area 6 in 2014, and it's located in the College Park area. Improvement Area 6 is now ready and eligible to issue bonds. Tonight we're seeking approval of Resolution 2015-023, authorizing the issuance of the special tax bonds of the district and approving the substantially final forms of the fiscal agent agreement, the bond purchase agreement, and the continuing disclosure agreement. The preliminary official statement providing the disclosure for potential purchasers of the bonds and an appraisal of the taxable property within Improvement Area 6 will be prepared and brought back to council prior to the anticipated bond sale, which is scheduled for August of this year. That concludes my report, and I'm available for any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Burns. Prior to council comments or questions, I'll open this for the public. Anybody who wish to address the council on this item? Quiet group. We'll close public communications. Mr. Howie?
Oh, no.
Huh? Oh, you had your finger.
No, I was just looking.
Don't ever point that. Okay, we have a motion by Councilman Elrod and seconded by Council Member Duncan. Please vote. Item passes forward with one absent. Item 11, water meter replacement program. Again, our staff report is by our Director of Finance, Mr. Burns. Mr. Burns?
Good evening again, Mayor, members of the council. As you're well aware, the City of Chino is expanding at a rapid pace. At build-out of College Park and the Preserve, the city will have an additional 9,000 housing units that will require monthly services from the city's water utility billing department. In order to prepare now for this increase in demand, staff began to evaluate how we can take advantage of current technology to improve our ability to service our water customers. The city currently uses a mix of methods by which we obtain the monthly water usage information. We currently manually read over 5,000 meters, which is very labor intensive, and we only get the read once a month. We additionally do drive-by reads of about 11,000 meters, which is very time saving, but again, we only get the water usage information once a month. Currently for College Park and the Preserve, we obtain the reads now through a new fixed antenna system. This system allows us to obtain water usage information on an hourly basis with almost no labor hours. It's now our desire to convert much of the rest of the city to this fixed antenna reading system. To do so, we will have the following benefits for the city and its water customers. First, reducing staffing levels even as the number of service accounts grows. Second, reducing vehicle operating and maintenance costs. Third, increasing revenue by replacing older, inaccurate water meters. And finally, reducing water loss by identifying water leaks early, which is very important in our current drought situation we have in California. Converting the majority of the city to this system will require an investment of $3.5 million. This investment, however, has a present value savings to the city water customers of $1.3 million over the life of the project. Staff met with the Investment Advisory Committee on how to finance this project, and it was recommended that the general fund lend the $3.5 million to the water fund. This general fund loan lowers the overall borrowing costs for the water fund and its customers. That concludes my report, and I'm available for any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Burns. Prior to council comments or questions, I'll open this for the public comment. Anybody in the audience wish to address the council on this item? I'll close public comment. Councilmember Duncan?
Yeah, Rob, what is the expected time that it'll take to install all of these?
We're hoping to get it done within approximately 9 to 10 months.
Okay.
Once we order the meters, which we anticipate doing tomorrow, it'll probably take about 2 months just to get the meters built and in our inventory. And then we will begin installing them, and we anticipate that's going to be about a 6-month process.
And these read into antennas like the one in the old police department?
Yeah, we just installed, we have 2 different meter reading systems, one vendor for College Park and the Preserve and one vendor for the remaining part of the city. And so the antenna on the PD facility, the old PD facility, is going to read everything but College Park and the Preserve.
And we'll actually be able to let residents know if there's a potential water leak on their property.
Yes.
Probably before they know it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably before they know it, because it takes a read every hour. And so if the system sees continuous water usage for a 24-hour period, then it knows that there's a leak. And so we would then send one of our customer service reps out to that location, and we would, look for a leak either outside, or if they're home, contact them and see if they have a leak inside.
Very good. Thanks, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Councilman Howie?
Yeah, Rob, what about for the new meters for the new houses? Are they more expensive than the current ones, or is there an additional cost for that? Is that built into this, or what's it?
Well, most of the new development is taking place in College Park and the Preserve. So that's not associated with tonight's approval. Every time we purchase a meter there, we purchase it from one of our vendors. And so that price isn't changing. All the meters that we'll be purchasing to install in the rest of the city, we're getting at a discount rate as identified in the staff report. And so it's going to be cheaper because we're buying them in volume.
Is the technology the same for College Park?
The technology is essentially the same. It's a radio transmitted signal from the water meter itself to a fixed antenna, and then it goes either via an Ethernet system or via a telephone cellular connection. But the two systems are similar in technology, but a little bit different in their application. One of them we actually get an FCC license for, the frequency. The other we don't. It's just a cell. It's like getting a cell service on your cell phone.
Councilman Duncan?
Yeah, Rob, is the software that's operating these systems, is it upgradable over time so that
Yes.
if new technology comes out, we'll just be able to upload the new software in there?
Yeah, each vendor has their own software product. We'll get annual upgrades. We're paying an annual maintenance fee, and so they'll be providing ongoing maintenance of those software systems.
Good. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yes, I have.
Councilman Elrod.
On the antenna, does the antenna close to the system that has all the information, or does it relay to somewhere else?
Again, we have two systems. Each one operates a little differently. College Park and the Preserve, we actually have 4 antennas because they're not as strong in their ability to pick up the signal. So we have 4 antennas that are located in the College Park and the Preserve. And for the remaining part of the city, we're only going to have we'll have actually 2 antennas. One will just be for redundancy. In case one antenna goes down, we can still obtain the reads. But it'll actually pick up most of the city on one antenna.
Well, my question is, you've got, let's say, 4 antennas taking care of the city. Where do those antennas send the information?
Well, they send it here to City Hall.
To City Hall.
Yeah.
So we have an antenna here that takes it?
Yeah, we do have an antenna. One is over at the old PD building, and then that's directly connected to our server here at the city. And then the ones down in College Park and the Preserve, they get sent via a cellular connection to the city.
So if we were to, let's say, have to move the antennas or anything, is it very expensive?
No. The current system that we're talking about tonight will have 2 antennas for redundancy. So if something happens to that one, we'll have the second antenna that will continue to operate, and then we could move the antenna for probably thousands of dollars.
There's no hard wiring.
So is it going to go on this building, or is it going to go on the PD?
It's actually right now on the old PD facility.
I think that's something we need to look at if we're going to have a new antenna for the other system, because we don't know what we're going to do with those 2 buildings yet.
Yeah, and we've kind of considered that as far as, how long we think those buildings are going to be there and the cost to move it when that time comes, and so we're kind of considering that.
Okay, great, thank you.
No other questions? We have a motion by Councilman Howie, seconded by Councilmember Duncan. Please vote. Somebody didn't vote. Who was it? Elrod. Okay. Passes 4 yes with 1 absent. Now, under Mayor and Council reports, item 12, we have a reappointment for one of our Community Services Commissioner, Brenda Strong, and I would recommend we ratify the reappointment of Brenda Strong to the Community Services Commission for a 3-year term expiring July 1st, 2018, and direct the city clerk to administer the oath of office to Commissioner Strong for another term. I have a motion by Councilman Howie, second by Councilmember Duncan. Please vote. Who didn't vote?
Yeah, I voted.
I voted.
We have 4 yes and with 1 absent. Are we going to swear her in now? Brenda, there she is.
Yeah, we didn't want to let her get away.
Yeah. That's why we had Judy and Linda on both sides of her, so she couldn't.
Yeah, we had her boxed
couldn't
in.
bolt for the door.
I, Brenda Strong, do solemnly swear I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I will bear truth and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California. I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
Hey, congratulations. Congratulations, Brenda. We're really happy to have you 3 more years. I do take umbrage to that jacket you're wearing, though.
Yeah.
You did that on purpose to get me, didn't you? Oh, for Danny? Okay.
No Bruins.
There you go.
Okay, I'll forgive you this time.
Good girl.
Continuing on with the mayor's report. First, I'd like everyone to please make note that the City Hall will be closed this Monday, May 25th, in observance of Memorial Day. Beginning Tuesday, we'll go back to our regular schedule of 7:30 a.m. To 5:30 p.m. Occurring the same day is the American Legion's Memorial Day this coming Monday ceremony at the Chino Community Building at 10 a.m. This event will honor all those who have sacrificed so much to secure the freedoms that we all enjoy today. A potluck reception is scheduled to follow at the American Legion Building at noon. Also, make sure you mark your calendar for the annual Mayor's State of the City address, May 29th at the Chaffey College Community Center. Check-in is 11:15, and the event will honor all those who help the city to keep safe, while we're also highlighting the current future accomplishments of the entire city. Tickets are $40. Attendees must RSVP by May 24th. If you can get them for $35 if you get there early. Get the tickets early. If the $40 for the cost at the gate when you come in.
But if we get there early, if we get there early, we get a discount.
No, you don't get a discount if you get there early. If you need tickets, you can call the Chino Valley Chamber of Commerce at 909-627-6177. And lastly, I'd like everyone to be aware that at the conclusion of our next meeting in June 2nd, the City Council meeting, we will meet at Ayala Park to view the first lighting of the newly installed lights on fields 7 through 10. The best place to park will be the parking lot at the corner of Central and College Park Avenue. So that's a big deal, especially for the youth sports groups. We're going to light the new field. So, and in ending, I was privileged to MC the Youth Museum's Spring Bingo Bash last night. We had a good turnout. They made a lot of money, and to support the many activities provided by the museum to our youth in our community. Councilmember Duncan.
Yes. Councilmember Howie and I just came back and City Manager Valentine and Assistant City Manager Jose Aleri. We came back from International Council of Shopping Centers Recon, their real estate program in Las Vegas. And if you could judge the health of the economy by the number of people in attendance there, back in 2005, 2006, the place was packed. In 2007, 8, 9, it kind of emptied out. And this year we were back to where some of the halls you go through, you had a hard time walking down the aisle because there were so many people there. We have a pretty good sized booth there. We're directly across from Wyatt Earp, from Deadwood. And Wyatt Earp is really there.
Oh, good.
And you can get your picture taken with him, or you can get your picture taken in a DeLorean, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it was real productive. We had people coming by our booth all day. We go there and meet with individuals that want to buy retail property in the city of Chino, retailers that want to locate here, people that own existing buildings here in the city that would like to attract tenants come to our booth and look at what's available. So it's really, really a busy show, and in our opinion, it's very, very productive for the city. Many of the stores that we have here in the city of Chino are a result of contacts made at the International Council of Shopping Centers. One of the prime examples would be Burlington Coat Factory. We worked on that for 3 or 4 years. La Curacao is another one.
Did we get Chipotle to come down from there too?
We got Chipotle, we got Tilted Kilt.
Best Buy.
Best Buy, yeah. So a lot of the really popular retailers in town are a direct result of that. So I know staff is still there at the facility. It goes till tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And I know they had a number of appointments scheduled today. They had our annual meeting with Kimco, who owns Chino Town Square. Every year they tell us how that center is just doing great. It's all leased up and everything's ready to go. And every time I drive through there, I don't see that. So we kind of look forward to meeting with them every year so that we can be given, lied to is a better word.
That's trying to be nice.
So, we had, I believe staff had a meeting today with Matt Franklin from the Ben Franklin Center down where Mi Ranchito is, where it used to be Alpha Beta and Alfie's Restaurant. And so that's a center that we've been working on for as long as I've been on the council.
Yeah, really.
And encouraging to see that somebody is actually taking charge of it and is willing to meet with us and talk about what we can do to make that center better. So I believe his grandfather has passed away, and Matt is now running the operations. So that's a real positive for our city, I think. So that's the end of my report.
Thank you. What a lot of people don't realize, these shopping centers, they come to us and go, why don't you have more stores in there? Well, what you got to know, these people that operate the shopping centers are very proprietary. They don't want any help from us, and they go, because they don't want, if they're doing a deal, they don't want the shopping center down the street finding out what they're doing, so they're very quiet. In fact, when they opened Ross's Dress
For less.
For Less, you know how we found out they were coming to Chino? They come in to get a business permit. So it's really difficult for the city to deal with these guys that run these shopping centers. We try to help them, and they go, wow, that's why they're telling Glenn everything's fine, because everything's a big secret with whoever's operating these shopping centers. So everybody asks me, why don't you do something about it? I go, they won't let us. I mean, they're very quiet. So it's interesting. Councilman Elrod.
Yeah, I'd like to comment on ICSC because I think we've been going there over 10 years now.
20, no, I've been going 23 years.
Yeah, well, I wasn't born then. No, but I think that's probably the most cost-effective thing this city does is going to ICSC because it brings in the sales tax generation that we need to run this city. And if you look at our vacancy factor, it's what, 2% maybe commercially? And we only have 2 big places to lease out, and then we'll be down to 0.5%. But it really shows with the Vestar operations and when Majestic first built those 2, and it's all coming together. So, and Ben Franklin, we've been, too bad we don't have RDA, but I mean, we've been trying to get that thing to.
I know, we've been chasing it for 23 years.
Yeah, 23 years to get that guy to do it, but maybe we can work out something. But Chino's looking pretty good with our financial situation, and it's all because of bringing in the right businesses with sales tax generation that really pay our bills. So.
I would strongly suggest that next year, if the dates fall the way they do and we have a council meeting, we cancel that council meeting, and so that we can actually stay there in the meetings the next day. So
that concludes my report.
That was you.
Oh, Councilmember Howie.
Yeah, well.
They took all your glory.
No. Glenn gave a very good explanation of ICSC and a great explanation of what happened the last couple of days. But he was right. It was completely just packed. You couldn't even hardly walk down an aisle there when you're trying to get to another vendor or whatever. But The nice thing about having a booth there, over the years that I've been going now, I've probably gone for the last 8 or 10 years also, is that the recognition that Chino has. You have brokers coming from all over the country, and they come looking for us, and that's pretty cool. And you get somebody from Dallas, Texas, or you get them from all over the country coming. What does Chino have? What do you have available? What can we do? And so it's very positive, and it's exciting. And if you lived in Chino for a very long time, if you can remember 20, 25 years ago, we didn't have a lot of shopping in this town. You had to go somewhere else to buy something. And in the last 10, 15 years now, you can shop, live, play, you can do everything in Chino now. Where in those days, it was very difficult. We didn't have those kind of opportunities. So it has worked out for us, and it's been very successful, and we'll keep doing it. So that was a really good conference this week. Also, Corporate Challenge. I got to compete in Corporate Challenge, and Mr. Ballantyne and I in golf win the silver medal in what they consider the big cheese contest. I don't know who the big cheeses were, but
the guy that won it, the got the gold. That's what the big cheese was.
Well,
That's pretty easy to figure out.
Actually, there's a little investigation going on. The big cheeses
we have a
at the
dispute,
at the
do we?
police department.
Oh,
now
okay.
Of who those big cheeses were.
The
But,
funniest thing about that is admin or whatever beat the Chino PD at the rope pool. Do you believe that?
What?
What?
Or tug of war is called, yeah. Yeah, do you believe that?
I do.
Better, Chief, you better have him start working out.
Yeah.
Get the
Mr.
weight shit off.
Mr. Howie and I got smoked by the Chino
Well,
PD.
Yeah, well then we did really well. We got silver medal in golf, and then we went bowling. We bowl every year.
Yeah, who's the guy that bowls like 270?
MacGyver.
MacGyver.
269, 259,
This guy averages
207.
like 270 a game. That's sandbagging.
Yeah, he's a remarkable bowler. Yeah.
You should have had him on the tug of war.
So he should be a professional bowler.
Don't kid me,
is that
man.
good.
Yeah,
He's
he is.
amazing. Just amazing. So we didn't do so well, but overall, I think Chino took second in the corporate challenge. Is that correct, Linda? We took second, and that's great.
Who won it?
Hussman.
No, well, they got all the ringers.
Yeah, they pay their players to come out there
Yeah.
just to compete against us.
Mr. O'Leary and I won a bronze medal
That's
in
right. You got-
racquetball.
Racquetball, bronze.
Yep.
That was good. That was good.
That's pretty good for the old guys.
So-
Got smoked by the fire department in L&L.
So just to let you know, the corporate challenge is companies in town and the cities get together and they have a
Great event.
like a mini Olympics. There's all kinds of different events: softball, there's bowling, there's basketball, there's softball, all kinds of different events. And so it's a lot of fun for the community to get together and compete and have fun. And we've been doing it, what now, how many years, 20? 25 years, 25th, yeah, that's right, I got it.
Yeah, it was
It's
25th.
25th anniversary. So it was a lot of fun. Good for the city and good for all the companies in town also. Last but not least, I did want to mention the Memorial Day service. If you haven't been to our Memorial Day service, come on out. It's next Monday at 10 o'clock. He's mentioned it, but I guarantee you it's only about a 30-minute presentation, but at the end of it, you will feel really good about our city, about our country, about our armed forces and everything. It's a great event. So come on out. We're working hard this year, so it'll be good. Okay, that's it.
Mr. Mayor, I just happened to think one of the things we met in Vegas at ICSC was the shopping center on Chino Avenue in Euclid.
Yeah.
It was a
that's
father
right.
and son we met with. They weren't familiar with the city. Evans. And you know, the young son passed away.
Yeah, he passed away. But that's that's Stater Brothers.
They moved from Euclid and Riverside Drive.
Out of
into Chino.
Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was one of the projects too. So.
I want to get back to the shopping centers, and what happens with retailers is what they call count roofs. The more roofs you have, the more the retailers want to come into your city. I don't know if you read in the paper recently, the State Department of Finance released the fastest growing cities in the state. The state on average has picked up population of about 0.09. The city of Chino in San Bernardino County is number 4th in growth. Statewide, we're number 10th in growth with over 4% growth. And so that really helps us with retailers. They're going, ooh, because of the population increases with all the development going on. So on the positive side of that is the retailers start looking at the roofs popping up in Chino. That drives them to come here. Little Chino's cranking over 4-point-something% in population gain. So it's a good sign that when you're trying to attract retailers.
One last thing, I was at SACRS last week, State Association of County Retirement Systems in Anaheim.
That's
and,
exciting, huh?
State Treasurer Chang was one of our keynote speakers, and he was commenting how strong the economy is in the state of California, how the jobs aren't coming back because we didn't lose that many jobs during the downturn of the economy.
Oh, really?
But he also mentioned the unintended consequence of the governor taking away the redevelopment agencies was taking away the 20% set-aside money for low income.
Yeah.
So they're coming up with a new proposal to do new low-income housing, which will be participated by the county, the state, and the local government will have to kick in that 20%.
Out of what?
Yeah, good question. They don't care about that.
I know. Well, tomorrow is the Senate and the Assembly hearing about the redevelopment agency. And what happens is when the redevelopment agency was going, when there was a project, we used to lend money out of the general fund to help RDA kick off. And the RDA would pay back that money to the general fund of our city. Well, Brown got a big, that guy kills me. So he's proposing that the RDAs, because they're controlling them now, and the dissolution of the RDAs, is that they're not going to pay us back for the money we lent out of the general fund. And that, just the city of Chino, not statewide, just the city of Chino, that's $16 million that our old RDA owes this city in the general fund. So they're having, our city manager's going up tomorrow. They're having the Senate and the Assembly hearing on this issue. Rob Burns, our finance director, went up there, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago, Rob? For the, that you've gone up there, and Rob testified with a bunch of other cities, and I was told all the committee members weren't for this deal, but Brown keeps pushing it. He wants to, when he dissolved the RDA, he thought he was going to make a lot of money, and I'm surprised he thought that, because he was the mayor of Oakland, and he knows how RDAs run. RDAs stay healthy by being in debt, and so he's figured out a way that this Chino's $16 million. I can't imagine the amount of money. LA, oh geez, so what's going to happen if he gets his way? So it's a very important hearing tomorrow in Sacramento, but we'll see how that goes. City manager report, Mr. Ballantyne.
I had no report. Also, the fire district, they were unable to attend this evening, but they don't, Chief Shackelford advised he didn't have anything to report as well.
Thank you. City attorney, Mr. Gutierrez. Our police chief, Chief Comstock. No report tonight. Okay, and the fire department has no report. Now we will stand adjourned to our next meeting of City Council held on Tuesday, June 2nd. Well, you ought to come into that, because we're all going down to Yellow Park to hit the lights down there. So we'll have closed session at 6 p.m. if necessary. We stand adjourned. Have a great evening.